In today's video, we are going to be ranking every single Dragon's Rising Season 1 minifigure in order from worst to best. So let's get into it, starting in last place. And in at last place, we have the Imperium Hunter. Now, this minifigure is really nice. This whole list was really close. Most of these minifigures can have swap positions, but this one does take last place. I think it's the most boring out of the villains, as the black is quite a common colour and it's not as exciting as the gold one. But yeah, it's a really nice, like, all the printing's there really nice. There is nothing wrong about this minifigure. It just has to take last place. Following that, we have the Imperium Hunter Guard, I believe. I'm going to get a few of these names, especially if these soldiers confused. But yeah, this one's very similar to the last one, but in gold. And that's why I do prefer it, because I think gold stands out a lot more in Ninjago villains. But yeah, it's really nice, as you can see, the black arms. And also it goes quite nice with the golden head, which is here, as you can see. Yeah, all really nice. And I do think just, yeah, as I say, it does just look better in gold. Next up, we've got Cole from the Dragon's Rising. And the reason this minifigure is here is because Cole doesn't follow the same trend as the rest of the ninja. As you can see, if we get Kai here, that they've got their main colour on top and then the primary colour underneath. Cole, for some reason, is the orange on top and then the black underneath, which just feels a bit weird and feels a bit out of place compared to the rest of the ninja. But other than that, there is really nothing wrong with this minifigure. I'm not the biggest hater of these mask and these mask molds. I don't like it. I don't hate it, is what I'm saying. I think they're just decent. Next up, we've got another Imperium Hunter. And as you can see, this is the one with the frying pan on the head. Well, that's the one I call it, at least. And yeah, it is really nice. It does reuse the same torso and legs as the previous one. This time with a brand new face print, as you can see there, with kind of like one red eye, which I kind of imagine could shoot lasers. I can't remember. I don't think it does that in the show, but that's how I like to imagine it. And yeah, I do really like this frying pan piece that they use for his head. But yeah, overall, a pretty nice minifigure. Next up, we have Raptor. And as you can see here, he does reuse the same torso and legs from the other Imperium guards we just took a look at. But that doesn't matter. I do really like this minifigure. His face print is really nice. He uses the Widow's Peak hairpiece. And obviously everybody thought this was crooks at the time when these sets were being leaked, just because of the hairpiece they used. And I do really like it. I love this minifigure. Well, probably not love this minifigure, but it is a shame how low it has to go on this list, because I do actually really like it. It's just there are many minifigures a lot better than this. Now we've got Lloyd. And this was the first Lloyd minifigure to use a lot of a lighter colour green compared to the other Lloyds, which is quite different. I do like the choice to use a lighter green. And as you can see, it does look really vibrant, but I do think there's better minifigures. And I do like the dark green detailing underneath. The dark green and the light green makes the dark green pop a lot more, which adds like a lot more detailing. He's got a lime green belt there. Altogether, a really nice minifigure. Next up, we have Zane, and I do really like the Zane. I like how they use the light blue. It really pops there. He's got grey hands, which is all really nice. It would have been nice maybe to have light blue hands to kind of match the torso, because the grey is kind of a bit out of nowhere. But that doesn't really matter. Yeah, the minifigure does really stand out. It really feels like a icy minifigure, because just the blue on the white, it feels like it's just made of snow and ice. Obviously, it's not. Yeah, so as you can see, yeah, a pretty good minifigure, but once again, just pretty average, because I do believe there are so many better minifigures on this list. Next up, we have Kai, and I do really like the Kai one. I just think all Kai suits look pretty good. I quite like the red colour on it, as you can see here. The dark red detailing coming around the back. You can see the sword holder on the mask. I do really like this mask piece in red. I don't really know particularly why. I just think it's quite nice. The black belt also really works, as it just kind of like makes the minifigure just seem a bit, I don't know, it just stands out a lot more, obviously, as the rest of the ninja use their other colour belts, but Kai using black just is really nice. And yeah, he is definitely in the top half of the basic ninja suits for this wave. Now it's the final Imperium Guard, and it's the gold frying pan one, and I think this one's really nice. As you can see, he does use the same face print as this one here, but I just believe he looks so much better in gold. As I said earlier, gold is a colour that really stands out on the villains, and which makes him so much more unique. Yeah, but other than that, only one exclusive part, which is this. And this technically was an exclusive minifigure. Don't really know why, but he is a cool one. Next up, we have Empress Beatrix, the main villain of the wave, but somehow not the best villain minifigure of the wave. She was a really cool minifigure, and I do like how she had exclusive torso and leg printing, which is different to Rapton. And the hairpiece is really nice, and as you can see, she's got her Imperium chipping all over her face. The only downside is you can kind of see the back face print, especially when it's on the other face. To see if I've got her like this, you can kind of see like a bit of her face, something covering out. If you move her hair like that, you can see the back half of her face, which is a bit of a problem, but as I display her like this and don't look at the back of my minifigures, I think she is really cool. Now we've got our first new ninja of the wave. This is Wildfire, and I do really like this Wildfire minifigure. She just kind of looks like she's just come straight out of the wildness that she has, so she's not got a ninja suit just yet. As you can see, the crescent in her hair is really nice, and the face print is obviously showing anger, which fits her really well. Would have been nice to add a second face print, but that's not that bad. I really like the sand green. It's never really been used on a main Ninjago character, but I believe it was used on Ronin a few times. The legs are also really nice. It's all altogether a really nice minifigure and fits around the middle of the list. Next up we have Nia, and I really like the light blue. I'm kind of glad they are just using light blue as a main Nia colour now, as I think it's just a really nice bright colour and stands out. As you can see, she's also got the gunmetal grey on her torso printing, and obviously dark grey hands. She's got a bit of red on her belt, as you can see here. And yeah, altogether just a really nice minifigure. I just looked at this minifigure earlier, just for the first time properly having a look at it in a while, and I forgot how good it was. It's just, I don't know, it's just this blue is really standing out to me at the moment. That's probably why she'd be higher on the list. But yeah, just at the current moment in time, I really like this minifigure. Next up, we've got new Ninja Aaron, and as you can see, this is a really cool minifigure. I do believe Aaron and Sora used this new mask piece the best. Obviously, I just think it's really nice. It's a shame this minifigure's getting reused, as it's kind of losing his speciality a lot, but don't particularly mind. It's a really cool one. I love these horns on his mask, which is just kind of unique. The orange arm really stands out, kind of fits in with the core ninja a bit. And as you can see, he's got his sleeves here as if he was just like a hoodie that's turned into a ninja suit. Overall, really nice. Obviously, a new face print, and he doesn't actually get the dragon form face prints that the other ones get. But obviously, because he doesn't have any elemental powers, that's not that big of a deal. Next up, we've got the first dragon form ninja, and this is Dragon Power Kai. As you can see here, he's really nice. The reason he's the lowest out of them is I do believe the torso is quite similar to the golden dragon suit from Crystallized, and I do prefer the actual dark red as opposed to the orange on this minifigure. I'm not saying this minifigure looks bad, I still think this is a really nice minifigure. I love Ninjago minifigures when they use the transparent arms. They just seem so much more powerful. Printing on the mask is also really nice, something you don't get. They're the only exclusive parts. As you can see, I got him with his Dragon Power face print on, kind of showing he's powered up at the moment. But yeah, altogether a really nice minifigure. Here we've got our final ninja suit last on the list, and it's the only one that never appears in the show, and this is Jay. And as you probably know, Jay is my favourite ninja, so I'm always biased to his suits, as I just think that blue is like one of the best colours. It's probably my favourite colour. I just think it looks just so nice, especially on the Jay suits. So yeah, that's why I'm normally biased towards the Jay minifigures. So yeah, as you can see, the yellow belt's really nice. He's got his dragon form face print there, which I don't display him on. I just keep him with his normal face. But yeah, I just think this minifigure is really nice. Easily the best out of the Dragon Rising ninja suits. Next up, we have the Spirit of the Temple. And as you can see, this minifigure is really spooky. As you can see, he's got loads of ghost spirits trapped inside him there, followed by like their face print. And then if you turn around to the back, it just looks like a stone statue. So you can't really see it that well on camera, especially when he's got his mask on, but you can see it there. I love the green, black and lime green colour scheme. It all works really well. I can't really remember what he was like in the show, but I do know that this is a really cool minifigure. Now we've got Dragon Power Nia, and the reason Dragon Power Nia and Lloyd are higher than Kai on the list, as obviously, as I said, Kai reminded me of the Dragon Crystallized, and obviously Nia and Lloyd never got them, so having the transparent arms on these minifigures feel really new and fresh. As you can see, wave detailing on the mask like Kai had, and this really cool harness with like the dragon core symbol there in the middle of the dragons, the transparent arms, the darker torsos. They all just work really well and just make these minifigures even cooler than their base variants, as we can see here. Once again, you can see the Dragon Power face we've got on Nia here with like the waves coming out of her eyes. All around a really nice minifigure. In at number 3, we've got Dragon Power Lloyd, and wow. Although the regular Lloyd suit was quite low down on this, this is much higher. I love the transparent green arms used on this minifigure. They are so cool. Also, the dark green torso just really stands out. As I say, the dark green makes the light green pop a lot more. Just the energy coming out his torso is really nice. The mask piece is there, as you can see. just the symbols on him. He's just a really cool minifigure. And I believe he was the only ninja to actually use his use this form in the show. I believe, correct me if I'm wrong in the comments, but yeah, he is really cool. Really like this minifigure. In at number 2, we have Sora, the ninja that's highest up on the list. Obviously, her suit is different to the others. That's why I say Jay's my favourite basic ninja suit. But in terms of the ninja, this is my favourite minifigure. First of all, as we can see, arm printing on a Ninjago minifigure. This is the first time that Ninjago minifigures have had arm printing since, I believe, the Ninjago movie, which was, what, it was 7 years ago now? It was 6 years ago when this minifigure came out, but wow, that's insane. As you can see, she's got her cat ears moulded into a mask, which obviously just makes the mask feel a lot more like a hood, which is why I like it a bit more. As you can see, her eyes are glowing with power, and obviously she's got her regular eyes there. But yeah, I really like the colour scheme. The blue, the pink, the gold, the white all go really nicely together on her mech racer suit, and just, yeah, meaning it's the second best Ninjago Dragons Rising minifigure. But in first place, the best Dragons Rising minifigure, no surprise, we have Lord Ross. I love this minifigure. Lord Ross is just such a cool minifigure. I love his head mould, as you can see, the tiger. Double arm printing, which is just really nice. I love how they included it, making him feel more wild. The exclusive torso and leg print is really nice. I'm glad they did give him exclusive parts to make him stand out a lot more from the other villains. One of the only ones to use a dark red, which makes him just feel more royal. And yeah, he is just an amazing minifigure. Easily one of the best Dragons Rising ones. Just like, look at him. He is so cool. Like the gunmetal grey legs, all the colours blend in so nicely together. It's just perfection. One of the best Ninjago minifigures ever. Definitely one of the best Dragons Rising ones. And that was my ranking for all Dragons Rising Season 1 minifigures. If you disagree with my list, tell me who you think the best minifigure is in the comments down below. And don't forget to like and subscribe for more videos like this. And I'll see you next time. Goodbye.